Hey there, everyone. Barbara, how you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm on a little late tonight. I figured I'd just try to hang out with a few people. Been pretty under the weather lately, been pretty sick, so instead of recording some videos and doing some of my normal stuff, I just figured I'd start up a chat and see if anybody felt like chatting tonight. So, appreciate you popping in and saying hi, and maybe some others will join us. But again, just wanted to hang out a little bit. Hey, Stacking Nerd, how you doing? Gav07, what's going on? Appreciate you guys popping in. So yeah, I don't really have an agenda tonight. Just wanted to hang out a little bit, see what was on your minds, and like I said, just been under the weather. You can probably hear I'm still a little nasally, a little coughing still. Kind of hard to record YouTube videos when you're not feeling well. And hey, Roxzilla, how you doing? Appreciate you joining. So yeah, good stacking nerd. I mean, I'm good overall. Been a little under the weather, but life's just moving along. Things are happening, staying busy. Stacking nerd. I work in IT as well, so it keeps us pretty busy, and I work a lot of hours supporting the company. So, but that's okay. It pays the bills, and that's why we do it. That is why we do it. So. Oh, did they? Oh, did Rob call me? Oh, darn, yeah. Yeah, the thing about Rob, I love Rob's live streams, but gosh, they go on for so long. It's so hard to hang in there for all those hours. Man, he was giving away some cool stuff too. I'm bummed that I wasn't there because I know a lot of it. He wanted you to be online live tonight to claim it. So man, that's a bummer. He had a really cool show going on tonight too. So yeah, but I don't know. Is he still going? He might still be going on. I'll tell you, that guy can go for hours and hours, but he's pretty entertaining. He's got the gift of gab. I'll tell you, that guy, love that guy, but just have a hard time hanging on for all those hours. With how busy I am and having to record my own videos and just do all that stuff, it's just hard to stay on there all night. Just like Silver Seeker too. Silver Seeker does these marathon events, and seems like most people hang in there, but. But yeah, I have a hard time going that many hours. There's so many things to do and get done. So yeah, do you remember Auxilla, what it was I got called for? What I could have won? Oh man, that would have been a great unboxing, something from Rob. But anyway, how are you guys doing tonight? Stacking Nerd, you're out there on the West Coast, so it's still kind of early for you. Barbara's on the East Coast with me, so it's getting a little late for us. Oh, Bella's dad, AK Phil. Hey, Phil, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining me. I tried to get Mrs. TB to come on with me, but she's under the weather too. She's been sicker than for longer than I have, and she's getting better, but she's just still coughing a lot. Didn't wanna, come on and have to deal with that. So I know she would like to be here because she enjoys our live streams a lot. So AG Storm, how's it going? Appreciate you jumping in. Stacking there, 1007? No, not on your side, is it? That's on my side. Well, yeah, Phil, counting the minutes go home. I mean, I don't know what you do for a living, but sounds like you're kind of bored at work. I just watched your video on the dimes. You found some pretty cool dimes, but got a lot of time on your hands at work, it seems. Boy, I wish I had that problem. I'll tell you, when I'm at work, I'm busy 10, 12 hours a day, and frequently take my work home with me. So, but yeah, I hope she feels better soon too, because we've got a couple videos we've been wanting to do together, but obviously with us both being sick, we haven't wanted to record them. So, hey, Alex, how's it going? Boy, I don't know if you guys saw yet, but somebody figured out what was in the box version 3. Alex, I know you're out there pounding the guesses out there, and I think you were close, at least for what size it was. But so Phil says he's a production manager. I work 5 minutes out of every hour if all goes good. Wow. All right. Got the other people doing the work, or you're just managing the team. I see how you are. So yeah, an hour left work here too. Last break now. Cool. Awesome. Hey, Lincoln Central Coins, how you doing? Lincoln is saying hi to everybody. Yeah. Yeah, Phil, so it seems like we're getting some pretty good buzz about that contest coming up, huh? It's gonna be a tough one to win. It's gonna take a pretty serious video marathon to go through it, but I'll tell you, that's just fantastic prizes. So hopefully people are hoping to do it. Yeah, no, thanks for jumping in, Barbara. I really appreciate it. Have a good night, and we'll hopefully see you soon, maybe Monday. Take care. Yeah, take care, Barbara. Yeah, I think it's growing momentum too, Phil. I think people are pretty excited. So, Phil, did you like that? Did you like that video I put out? I thought it was pretty good just to hear the sound of the clanking silver and to see it all in a pile. It's pretty impressive. I broke it out to make it look like lots of quarters and dimes. But yeah, yep. Take care, Barbara. Have a good night. And yeah, Alex, I've had my 1,000 sub plan for quite a while, but with everything going on and other people doing theirs, I haven't really jumped in there yet. But I recorded the video a while ago, and I got my prizes ready to go. And yeah, I'm going to do something pretty cool too. I got one of those Talking Bullion rounds to give away as part of the prize, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've been saving this one Talking Bullion round just for my 1,000 sub giveaway. So Jamie Coin Hunter, the winner of the What's in the Box version 3. Hey, Jamie, congratulations. You're going to have to send me your mailing address if you want your Walking Liberty, which I have right here. Let me turn my camera on. There we go. That's what Jamie won. Oh, I got a different camera on this time. It looks pretty bad. It really focused. But yeah. Well, I don't know where the focus is on it. I think I got the autofocus turned off on it. But anyway, that's what Jamie has won for winning What's in the Box version 3. Pretty cool. All right. Yeah. Take care, Stacking Nerd. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. It's nice to hear from you. Really appreciate it a lot. So I wasn't editing. I still couldn't do that good. Yeah, we'll be getting that figured out next week. Yeah, Alex, congratulations on 500 subs. That's a great milestone to hit for sure. Took me a while to get there, but it's a nice one to hit. Jamie's address is Phil's house. That's an interesting one there, Phil. That's actually a pretty good idea. You sent it to me? Okay, I'll have to check. I don't have my laptop in here with me, so I just send it to tb@talkingbullion.com if you don't know that already. And I'll get it out to you. I appreciate you playing. And I'm going to have another one. I'm going to have version 4 coming out soon. So if you guys want to keep playing along, I think I'm giving away some nice prizes with this little game I've been playing. So it's pretty cool to give away silver. And it's pretty cool you guys come along and play. So Alex is coming up on 1 year of YouTube in it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know Mrs. TB was watching some of your videos today, Alex. So she's going around and trying to watch everybody's videos and give you some watch time and check out what you guys have to say. So she's been enjoying watching a lot of channels' videos here lately. So that's pretty cool. Please hit that like button. Yeah, that would be cool. Thank you, Lincoln LCC. Appreciate it. TV, I think on the winter review stream, I may ask if anyone else is interested in doing another golf that size to email me to see if there's interest. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's really cool. I think we're going to find some frustrated people saying, I got to watch all those videos. I don't have time, but really, it shouldn't be easy. I mean, that's a sweet giveaway. So, I mean, $10. So face value of constitutional silver. I mean, most places that cost you between 110 and 120 bucks. So that is a great price, and you're gonna have to work for it. And you have to do that scavenger hunt. Yeah, I sure will, Alex. I'll make sure I tell Mrs. TB you said hi. But yeah, I just recorded the video, Jamie, of what was in the box, and because I've been sick, I hadn't. Normally, I record them ahead of time, so I was able to record it after you won. So that's pretty cool. I just did it right before I came in here. You guys want to see what was in the box? I don't have very many people on watching, but that's okay. Check these out. This camera's gonna. You know what? Let me see if I can get my other camera out because the camera just works so much better. I can hold it in my hand if I need to. I think it'll be okay. So let me fire that up. Let me fire this up. Hang on a minute, people. I'm gonna see if I can get my iPhone working. Okay, it looks like it's working. So let me go back over here. Switch my settings to here. Click save. Okay. I'm just going to set it down for a moment. And let me show you what was in the box. Oh, these things are awesome. Here we go. Is it going to show up? Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at those. They were the Monarch 1/10 ounce silver, 999 silver. Sorry, this thing's backwards on the screen. Quit moving it around here. So look at that, huh? Those things are gorgeous. They got the steam train on the front of them. Got the Monarch crown on the back of them. Gotta watch my reflection there because these things are like mirrors. So there's 20 of them. So total 2 ounces. There's 20 of them in there. 20 1/10 ounce silver bullion 999 Monarch precious metals. What do you guys think about those? Huh? Those are just sweet. Love them. Sorry, I should have put it on the mount. But anyway, so yeah, pretty cool, huh? Pretty nice stuff. So let me get back up to the comments. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that king was kind of an obvious clue. But again, I think that people get too frustrated if they have to guess, day after day, all these guesses. So I try to go 2 days, no longer than 3, before I start giving some pretty good clues out. So, hey, Civil Ripples, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. I was just showing off the what was in the box. I don't know if you saw the nice one for Jamie Coin Hunter, that's for sure. And Alex had asked a question. What were you asking, Alex? Anybody getting a 2-coin set, Pride of Two Nations? I'm not personally planning on getting it there, Alex. I think that is just way too expensive. But they're beautiful coins. They're going to be a nice set to have. There's no doubt about that. But you saw that Atmex is offering $20, and you could do it up to 5 of them. So it's definitely some way to make some money. That's for sure. Trying to put these Monarchs back in their tube here that they sent. I bought these off eBay. They're a little more than $2 a piece, 2 and some change, not much change. So I like them. I'm planning to use them for giveaways. I think those are beautiful. People love them. I gave one away a while back, and people liked it a lot. So I figured those would be really cool. Hey, I knew it may be, Monarch precious metals. Yeah, I was really trying to. It was the fractional part too. I mean, a lot of people were guessing ounces and 5 ounces. So I let it go for a while, but I just decided let everybody know it's fractional. Yeah, you're not big into rounds. So what do you like, Phil? What's your favorite thing that you like to collect? Hey, Michael, how you doing? Appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much. Just I don't know. I just try to buy some variety. I look for things for giveaways. As you guys know, I do a lot of giveaways, live streams, and what's in the box. So I'm just looking for something unique and cool that people will be excited about getting. So I thought those fit the bill for that pretty nicely. And they're so shiny. There's mirror finish. So those are going to be really, really cool. I think so. So her Ripple, you tend to win the cause a lot. Maybe when you win one of those, you won't want to give that one away, huh? Maybe you'll say, nope, that's coming to my address. Yeah, I could use it as a bonus prize for sure, Phil. That's it's not bad at all. I mean, it's only a tenth of an ounce, but what do you mean only, right? Somebody's going to win that. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Phil. As you know, I like the constitutional too. So, but I want some variation in my stacking. Right now, probably a lot of my stack is constitutional because I bought so much of it this year. But I like to collect some rounds, some government issued, some different stuff because I don't know what's going to be the next big thing or something happens. So I try to collect a little bit of everything just in case. And rounds you can usually get for a pretty good price. So especially if you go to find bullion prices.com and look at those 10 or 12 buy at spot deals. I mean, you can get rounds at spot. So I mean, it's pretty good to get some rounds, some 1 ounce pure silver for spot price, and spot's been coming down here lately too. So yeah, so Alex, I think if you want to flip to AMX, you have to let them know. You have to sign up. So they might have already cut that off, depending on how many people signed up. So I mean, I guess if you want to do it, I'd probably sign up, and then I don't think you're obligated. Probably you don't have to send it to them, but yeah, you might want to check that out just to make sure. I know several ripples. I agree. It's great to bless other people with a win and pass it on. It's very generous of you, but it's pretty cool to see the excitement or read the excitement that people get when they get given get one of those giveaways passed on to them. It's pretty cool. So Phil says, Michael says, I don't like bullion. I like constitutional much more. Well, Michael, if you watch my videos over the past 6 months, I feel the same way. I've been stacking constitutional like nothing else because I've been getting it for $2 to $2.50 per ounce below spot. So, in fact, I just heard from the guy today saying he's probably going to reach out to me Sunday. He's going to have some more for me. So, well, if we can, stick around between that $2 and $2.50 below spot, gotta get it. Gotta pick it up. Phil says, my variation is mint coins that are foreign like pandas or maples. Okay, cool. Yep, I mean, definitely, that's definitely an option for sure. Silver ripples, I found a W quarter last night, 1/3 of the way through a $500 box. Had a couple scratches, so it's been around. Yeah, I recently got a box of quarters. I want to do some coin roll hunting on those as well. I was hoping to find, it's pretty hard to find silver quarters nowadays, but I was hoping maybe to dig up a couple of those W quarters. So we'll have to see. Is a shout out video due tomorrow? Jamie wants to know, and Phil says yes, it is. Hey, EDC with Aaron, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Join us tonight. We're just hanging out, chatting. If anybody wanted to jump on, wanted me to send them the Hangout link and jump on and join me and talk to the group, let me know. I can send you the Hangout link, and you guys can pop on in and say hi and talk with me. That'd be pretty cool. So let me know if you want me to send you the link. Hey Tony, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. We've been talking about a few things, just to start getting down to constitutional silver, which you guys get me talking about that, and I'll talk all night about it. Hey, Steve Rice. How's it going, Steve? Hope you're having a good Friday night. As you can probably hear my voice, my nasally, I've been a little under the weather, so a lot of times I'll spend the evenings recording videos or, doing something YouTube related. But tonight I just thought I'd jump online and chat with you guys and see if anybody wanted to jump in and chat with us as well. Just kind of hang out, just hanging with Talking Bullion, and tried to get Mrs. TB to join us, but she's under the weather too and doing a lot of coughing and hacking, so she didn't want to do that. So she didn't want to get on, but hopefully by Monday night she'll feel a lot better for our live stream. So yeah, like I said, anybody wants to jump on Hangouts and chat for a little bit, I'll send you a link if you want to. So it'd be fun to have somebody else join us, and not just have to listen to me yammer on. And yeah, Phil. So Phil, I hope I gave the right time on my video. I'm pretty sure I did. Sunday at 7:30 is when you're going to do the, basically officially announce the contest and what the requirements are. Well, hello, Investment Future Finances. How are you tonight? Yeah, I did catch a cold, that's for sure. So IFF, I was just telling people if they want to jump on Hangouts and kind of chat with us, I'd be happy to send you a link. I know that you're on one of the Hangouts pretty recently, so we're just chilling tonight. No agenda, nothing going on. Just thought I'd see if anybody wanted to hang out and chat a little bit. And talking about some constitutional silver. We're talking about the contest that Phil is going to launch on Sunday. He got that started, and that's pretty cool. He was able to get pretty cool. He was able to get 15 different channels to sign up for that. That's such a huge prize for people. So EDC, yeah, when I first started on YouTube, I wasn't really sure how Hangouts worked either. I was asking people to help me figure it out. So if you go to your channel, you can set up a Hangout through your YouTube account, and it'll automatically launch Hangouts when you do that. But if you want to jump in, like if you wanted me to send you something for Hangouts, and you'd have to at least have a microphone hooked up. I think people use their phone. I don't use my phone. But I think it's pretty. I think the phone has a Hangouts app. I think it's pretty easy to use on the phone. I think you have to have over 1,000 subs to launch a Hangout on the phone. Yeah, it's once you do it a few times, it's not that difficult to do. Hey, you want to join, Phil? Cool. Let me find my headphones, because if you start talking, I have to not have it go through my mic. So let me get my headphones on, and I'll send you a link. Hey, Mrs. TV stopped in. Hi, Mrs. TV.
Hi there.
How's it going? Everybody's wishing you well, hoping you feel better.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
She's got that rough voice. All right, Phil, I got my headphones plugged in. So, Phil, I got let me see. Can you post your, let me try to invite you through Hangouts, and I should be able to find you through that. So, Phil is dead, aka Phil. It didn't come up. Hey Phil, can you do you publicly post your email address, or I can get it? I have it on my laptop. I just don't have it with me. Let me see. eBay buck certificate July 1st. I'll pick up some more constitutional silver from Coin Exchange. Yeah, Coin Exchange is a great place to buy with eBay bucks, that's for sure. So, all right. I'll send it to your email address there, Phil. Let me see. Sorry, everyone. Let me get this typed up. I don't know why when I go to the Hangouts to send the link, it's not. There we go. I found you. All right. All right. I'm gonna send you the invite. There you go. Let me get my headphones on. Hopefully it's working. Yeah, I'm a little fuzzy tonight with being sick. So, all right, Phil, I sent it to you. Let me see if I can catch up on the chat while I'm waiting for you to jump on. That's nice, Alex. Thank you. Yeah, Tony, let's get yourself some more constitutional silver. Do you have a kind? Do you like dimes, quarters, halves better? what do you like the most with your constitutional silver? Yeah, silver ripples. We could spend an hour on the phone one night. We could get you on Hangouts pretty quick. It's pretty easy to use. I'll have to let the boss know to get better. Thanks, Steve. And silver ripples, appreciate it. Thanks, EDC with Aaron. Appreciate you popping in. Yeah, come back later if you can. We'd love to have you. And then Phil, you should be getting a request to your Yahoo account for the Hangout. So, and then Alex, I know you're a big constitutional guy too. So, yeah. So I guess if Novus taught Steve, then anybody can learn, right? Right. Anybody catch Novus's auction the other night? That was pretty cool. It was really nice of him to do that, and Novus is Novus. That's funny when you see him on the screen, and then when you hear him in the background, that voice is so recognizable. Novus is pretty cool. Wild guy though, that's for sure. It's my wild days like that are over. So Phil says it took so many emails to get that up and going. Plan was to have 25. Yeah, but Phil, for your first time, I'll tell you, getting 15 people online was for the contest was pretty cool. It's a great accomplishment. Sorry about that. Just had to take a drink for my sore throat. Oh, Rafe has joined us. All right, Alex, thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good night. Take care, buddy. Sure we'll hear from you soon. Rafe says the Constitutional King, Talking Bullion. Yeah, I love my Constitutional Silver. There's just something about it. Just can't get enough of it. So, and like I said, I'm hoping to get some more here Sunday as well. Tony says he buys dimes, quarters, halves. I think he'll pick up 2 rolls of Ben Franklin's. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I had a hardest time filling up my quarter guard house box. I finally was able to get it filled up. Seems like dimes are pretty common, but I'm not opposed to dimes at all because dimes are as low in the fractionals you can go and will spend very easily. And people like them, especially the Mercury. So I'll take any of the 3. In fact, I only had about 5 or 6 rolls of halves before I hooked up with this guy 6 months ago, and now I've been able to pick up quite a few. So I'm pretty happy. I've got a nice assortment of all of them at this point. Honestly, not really sure for sure because of how I store them and where they're at. It's don't really see them all in one place at the same time. So, bye, Alex Coin Roll Hunter. Sent you email, didn't get yours, huh? Let me copy the link here, Phil. Let me go here. Copy. I'm going to go to my Gmail account and send it to you through there. So compose to YouTube. All right, I just got to get your email. This is Bella's. Hang on, folks. Just trying to get this email sent back out. So let me go back up, Phil. There it is, Bella's Coin Hunting at yahoo.com. Right, you didn't put the at yahoo.com, but I assumed Bella's Coin Hunt at yahoo.com. All right, let's make sure I put the right thing in there. Bella's Coin Hunt at yahoo.com. All right, Phil, I just sent it to you through my email, so hopefully you'll get it there before I try to do it through the Google interface. So, Michael, you don't even have a roll of silver halves, huh? Oh, that might be something to try to get. That'd be a good goal to try to reach. Yeah, silver Silver Ripple says I may put an ad out and let go and start silver fishing. That sounds great. Silver fishing. I'm going to see if I can get Mrs. TB to bring me to my laptop. That's where I have all my emails. The computer I'm on, I really pretty much just use for my YouTube videos and live stream. I don't have email or anything on there except my Gmail through the browser. So I'm going to ask her if she can bring that in for me. So Tony says, I know it's Mercury dimes are getting harder to find. Hey, there's Phil.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, Philip?
Another day in paradise.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm just killing time here anyway, so.
Yeah, are you still at work, you said? You're still at work?
Yep, I got another just about an hour.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I started shutting the place down about 11, so.
So what kind of production, if you don't want to say that's fine, but what kind of production manager are you? What are you guys producing?
We are apparently hanging up on you. What's going on here, phone?
I can hear you.
There we go. All right. We are a injection molding company. So we make like pretty much anything you can think of plastic. I just talked to my boss and I'm trying to get him to see if he can pick up a contract with like PCGS or one of those guys to make their coin flips and whatnot for their slabs and stuff. I'm trying so hard to sell that.
Hey, Phil Push Meadows has joined us. Hey, FPM, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining us. We're just hanging out. Phil has been muted. Hang on, Phil. I don't know why you're muted. I show that you're muted. Did you mute your phone? I show that you're muted. I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I didn't know if I did something on my side.
It could have been me. I'm phone illiterate.
That's all right. Do you have an iPhone or a Google phone?
I've got an Android.
Android? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got an iPhone. Oh, thank you, Mrs. TV. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she just brought my laptop in, so that'll help out. So cool. Mold injection. That's awesome.
Yep. So we make all kinds of stuff. We medical parts, automotive parts, all kinds of crazy stuff. Silver Ripples, I am back indeed, my friend.
Yep. So Rafe was saying earlier in the comments that the only coins he puts in tubes are 90% and 40% Kennedys. All of his other coins go on flips and in the coin book. Yeah, I think the only coins, well, besides bullion, of course, that I put in tubes are my 90%ers as well.
Yeah, I try to keep it to the more valuable coins than just John Jay circulated. I mean, I've got a mountain of NIFCs that Bella likes to save. There's got to be $75, $80 at least just sitting in a corner.
So yeah, and some people, like I think International Stacker keeps his constitutional silver in bags, but I like to keep mine organized. It helps me to know how much I have, and I like to put it in tubes and put it in boxes, and it's just kind of how I am with that. So
yeah. See, I'm the same way. It's got to be a little bit neater than just throw it in a pile. But then again, he buys a lot of silver.
He does, doesn't he? Man, that guy.
I mean, I can't remember a video not seeing him. He probably spends $1,000 a week.
Well, I mean, he's got one of those jobs where he's single and he travels and he said all of his expenses are paid. I mean, he's in a great situation, and it's good to see a young guy like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Doing that. I mean, you've seen his. I'm sure you've seen his full stack videos. This guy's stacking it.
Oh, he's got thousands of ounces.
Hey, Graham, how you doing?
ridiculous.
Yeah, and I know that most of you know that one of my great things I was able to do with YouTube was I was able to meet International Stacker. Pretty cool guy. We weren't able to hang out long. I actually bumped into him at a coin show, and he was only there during his lunchtime, so he couldn't hang around long. But yeah, me and Mrs. TV are at a coin show and saw International Stacker there, and it was pretty cool. Had a great
Right.
time with him. It's nice to meet him. So Ripple says that Phil, he's gonna binge catch up on your game with the channels. Phil, just can you see the comments on your phone?
I can see the chat.
Okay, cool.
I flip between the Hangouts and the actual video. The only challenge with on my phone is when the video is on and Hangouts is on, you have to make sure you pause the video that you're watching. Otherwise, I'll get the echo feeding through the phone, and it's obnoxious.
So you pause the video, but do you look at the live chat?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep. So I can still see what's going on. It still works. I mean, I don't even have 400 subs, so it's a great way for people who are under 1,000. If they want to stream, they can still use this. It works well still.
Well, but I think this contest has helped. It looks like you've gotten quite a few subs in the last week.
Oh my God, I think it's over 75 or 80. It's jumped quite a bit.
Hey, Investment Future Finances is asking if we still want him to join on Hangouts. Yeah, IFF, why don't you join us if you can? Well,
No, I didn't even see that. Absolutely.
Yeah, come on in and have a chat with him. Yeah, Rafe. Yeah, I like to go to coin shows. I'm fortunate to have a coin show almost every weekend around where I live, and I'll usually go and browse. And you know, I'm usually pretty. I mean, obviously, I don't get constitutional silver there because it's you know, it's more than I've been paying for it. But all right, so we're going to invite IFF. He says it's his. My email is just my name, no spaces, gmail.com. Okay, I can do that. Let's I'll send you an email here momentarily. So Phil, usually you're on East Coast time, right?
Correct.
So you usually work till about midnight?
11:30 and I'm out the door.
All right, I'm going to send this to IFF here.
Ripples, I hope so, brother. I really do. I mean, originally when I started, I'm not even kidding, I must have emailed 50 channels, but I wanted to make sure I emailed channels that would actually seriously, honorably consider it. And I was turned down by a good 10, 12 people. They just weren't sure about it. They weren't, you know, they were uneasy and they didn't want to really get involved in it. And, you know, I respected them, and I just kept moving on, and, you know, hopefully they're not going to spread the word of what's going on and give the whole secret away, because that was part of the email.
Yeah, you didn't really tell me for sure what was going on until I committed to it, though. You're like, okay, well, no, yeah. I think it was, no, you told me what was going on. You just didn't tell me who was involved until I committed to it.
Right.
So.
I kept the other channels as a secret just in case, because you just don't know. But I tried to keep it to good channels with good people that were, you know, really pillars of the community.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to make it a positive thing. And honestly, I'm hoping as long as this takes off well, I would love to do another round with a whole new group of people and hopefully get some smaller channels, some exposure. And, you know, these guys that are 100, 125 subs, I'd love to get them involved in it and be like, boom, there you go, guys. You guys should be picking up 100 subs without even trying.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. You know, a dollar of, you know, constitutional silver, you know, generally costs $11 to $12. So it's, you know, not that big an investment for somebody to make to contribute in, you know. Right.
And a lot of us coin roll hunt, so you find them and they're pretty much face anyway.
Yeah, so I was going to respond to Graham. Graham was talking about how he has to drive 3 or 4 hours to get to a decent show. Wow, that's a commitment. What about you, Phil? Do you have coin shells around your place?
I have, like you, just about every week.
Yeah, some are small, some are large. I mean, sometimes there's only
Right,
20 tables, but other
right.
times, twice a year they have a really big one that has like 150 tables or something. It's awesome.
I'm blessed when it comes to that. I'm in between two major cities that everybody knows of, which is New York and Boston. So it's 2.5 hours either direction for me. So when they have the big shows, I mean, I can plan something and go. But typically, I just do more of the local regional ones when I go, and they've suited me well.
Hey, IFF has just joined us. Hey, how you doing there, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, thanks for that sub, man. I appreciate that. I was already subbed to you, but yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not too far, Graham.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, I'm not subscribed to you either. I'm surprised. I'm gonna go ahead and sub you as well there, IFF. Cool.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good. How are you
Not
doing?
too bad.
Good, good. Just hanging, raining out by me here in Florida, so
You're in Florida,
having a
right?
relaxing night.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. I'm up in Michigan. It's pretty humid night tonight. It was in the 90s today, and it's kind of hard to breathe out there. The humidity's so high.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've never been to Michigan, but I have some family in Wisconsin, so kind of
Never been to Michigan, huh? That's interesting.
yeah.
Nor have I.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Well, I've never been to Connecticut, but I've been to Florida.
Well, you're not missing nothing in Connecticut. There ain't nothing here.
One of the things we almost did a couple years ago was I wanted to do an East Coast trip because I've never been to Washington, D.C. either. So I wanted to go to D.C. and then, head up the East Coast, maybe stop by Fenway Park, see a Red Sox game, and maybe end up in Maine. But I never made that trip. So I'd still like to do that someday.
See, so this conversation kind of touches off on one that I had not too long ago with some other people. And I was saying to him, I was like, you hear all these people who like Novus and Stormy who met up, and Rob and a whole bunch of people in Texas are going to be meeting up soon. I used to live in Middletown. Middletown is like 20 minutes from my house, brother. I know exactly where that is. Northern Maine. My sister's up there. But the conversation I was having, and I was thinking to myself, I would love to organize like a long weekend retreat and see how many YouTube channels we can grab in and just meet up somewhere.
That would be really cool. The problem would be, where it's never going to be convenient for everybody.
Oh, of course not. But that's the thing, though. We every time we do it, we could go into a different area. So, it's local for the East Coasters one time, is local for the West Coasters, the Texas group, a Florida group. There's always a region that could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, definitely. I just want to say hey to Silver Ripples, and yeah, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, maybe like you said, it's not going to be perfect for everyone. Someone's going to have to travel, But
of course, but
like 90%. But yeah, I think like middle of the country or something would be fair. I don't know.
Even the middle, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of people from the middle, honestly. You see a lot of people from the East Coast border, like the entire East Coast, north to south. And then you see a bunch in Cali and then a bunch in Texas as a majority of the people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Maybe the East Coasters could meet kind of like in Nashville or something like that. Then it's between Florida, it's between Michigan, almost probably as far of a drive from Connecticut to get there. And it's a nice place to visit.
I mean, honestly, if I had to choose, if I was to pick one place to do it, I would probably consider doing either Texas or Florida. Because
I agree
there's
with
a
that.
majority
Like,
in those two areas.
Yeah, Florida's got that like vacation factor too. So if you're like looking to get away for a little.
Exactly.
So, but I mean, that's just biased because I live here. But, I figure, hey, it's like you said, if we say like Nebraska or like, something like that, no one's going to want to travel there more so than like Florida, I would think, like, because you can do other stuff.
But at the same time, like where I'm at, who wouldn't want to go like right in the middle? Then, hey, some people want to see Boston while you're here. Some people want to see New York. They're
Right.
both right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I've never been to either.
So I mean, there's a lot of options. I mean, who doesn't want to go to California to, see all the crap out in California? I mean, there's so many options.
Wait.
I would honestly,
Crap or literal crap. Literal crap.
I mean, I would honestly, if I was to try and push this and see what people thought about it, I would just do an online poll and be like, where would you like the first meeting to be if we were to do that? And just really just get the feedback and see what people think.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I
You
mean, that
know,
would
and
be
then
something like
just
that.
let the
Yeah, go
majority
ahead.
rule. Because I mean, some will sit there, they live in Florida, it's like, oh, it's cheaper for me, I can just drive there. As where some people will be in the middle of the country and be like, I'd rather see California than Florida, so I'd pick that boat. So, I mean, it's really up to what people want, and trying to please everybody is not going to happen, but.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I think that overall, most people probably feel pretty safe. And I'm sure some people wouldn't show up because of it. I mean, International Stacker last month when he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be in Washington D.C. on this day," and he's like,
Right.
He's walking through down there by the White House, going, "I think this guy's looking for me." You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, but I think all of us are in the same
If you
boat,
never
right?
go to DC, you know how bad it sucks.
Yeah, that takes some
DC's
major coordination for sure, but I think it could happen.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
so,
it
too.
really wouldn't be that bad if you ask me. The first thing that would have to commit would be, all right, who wants to go? So say I've got 50 different channels that want to go. Now, out of those 50 different channels, who's going to bring a significant other, kid, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I would need to get a head count. And at that point, then it would be, all right, we need to book an event in that area. So a hall, whatever, which is not a big deal. And then it goes to the same time, see how much I can get for a group rate to book all in the same hotel.
Yeah.
And this way, hopefully, instead of paying, $150 a night or whatever, if we go to a really nice place, they go, oh, well, shit, you guys are booking 60 rooms. We'll get you down to 65 a night. You never know, but that's the only way to do it is to call and find out.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's simultaneously streaming at the meetup.
That would be insane. I think YouTube would blow up doing that.
Looking at everybody's feet, though, have to be pointing our cameras down.
Yeah, I don't know why I switched. I'm not a huge facial guy, but
Now, if I was to do something like this, the other thing that I think I would do is I would time it to one of the larger coin conventions. So that way it would also be at the same time as the meeting, so we can all go and do, the massive coin show at the same time.
Yeah. Florida, the one in Orlando, that's in January, isn't it? What's that called? The fun show or
something like that?
Yeah.
But that's a huge one. They're all over the country, and they do have major ones like that. And it's just like, if I'm going to do it, I would think that would be the best way to do it. Because, I mean, honestly, that's how we're all brought together in the first place.
Sure.
So now it's a major coin convention / everybody gets to meet up and, go see a different part of the world and meet a whole bunch of new people and face reveals for other channels,
So
Yeah.
Graham, I was going to ask Graham on the chat. I don't think he said, or maybe doesn't want to say. What part of the country are you from, Graham? I see you typed Florida in there, but I think you were saying that was a place we could meet at. So kind of curious where Graham's from. And I know
Maine is a gorgeous place this time of year.
I know Silver Ripples. I know where he's at. So because I've sent him so many darn goblins.
Maine is gorgeous, but Maine gets Vermont.
Yeah.
So you're not too far.
Yeah.
You guys have some beautiful foliage. Let me tell you, that area is gorgeous when the fall comes. You can't find better.
Oh, hey, Uper, what's up? And then also, Silver Ripples Spectacular actually lives like 20 minutes from me and about 20 minutes north of me. I live in Tampa, and he's he's not too far. There's actually a good amount of people in Florida. I mean, you got like
There
urban
is.
lifestyle. You got
Silver giveaways,
Silver Giveaway
Clinton, Sandy.
Spectacular.
There's I can think of probably about 15 channels alone just in Florida.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's a bunch in here. There's a
Hey,
lot like in California, I think too. I'm not too sure about that one though. I know
What's going on, Amy?
hey, Uper girl, how you doing tonight?
I mean, Texas is the same thing. There's at least a dozen, at
yeah,
least bare minimum. You know, so they're everywhere.
Texas is a great state. I like Texas.
Yep, there's a lot to see over there too. I mean, we can all go and visit the protesting camps of concentration camps that everybody hates.
Hey, hey, Uper girl, did I hear the other day that your Uper is for the up north UP of Michigan? Because I don't know a whole lot of people from Michigan. I know a few people, but that's another great place to visit is the UP, as long as it's not in the wintertime. We get about 50 feet of snow up there.
All right, I'm gonna have to mute my phone, or it may get loud. Just tell me if it does. I don't know if I'll be able to hear you guys, but I gotta go start shutting machines off. So,
Okay, sounds good.
unfortunately, I gotta go out of my office and show my face.
So Graham says the more he learns about Texas, the more he wants to move there.
Yeah, it's a great state. Definitely a good state. Good people, good food, decent weather. It's got pretty much that's the second choice. If I move from Florida, I'm probably gonna move to Texas. So it's a
Yeah.
good state.
So yeah, I've been to Texas a few times. A few times I've been there, it's been pretty darn hot. But
Yeah, yeah, it can get hot, but it doesn't have the Florida humidity, so or for the most part. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I usually visit in the wintertime, but I have been there in the summer. So I don't know.
yeah, Uper girl says she is from the UP, but she's moving to Texas in 21 days. Wow,
Oh, that's
Ba-
cool.
bailing out of Michigan on us, huh?
Yeah, Texas is a great state. They got a good camaraderie down there or over there because nothing's really down there for me.
Yeah. So Ripple says Florida has 0 inches of snow.
Yes, lots of rain. It's actually raining right now.
So IFF, you a constitutional silver collector, or what's your position on that?
I do have some, but not too much. I think I have like maybe I think the last time I checked I have like $30 face, so nothing like too much. No, actually I take that back. I have about $40 face.
That's
And
pretty.
so nothing, not much. My stack mainly is Eagles. So
So, do you have a preference for where you buy your Eagles, or do you just wait till wherever you can find them on sale, or where do you get them from?
they've all been from Provident or Jam Bullion or Bold Precious Metals. So always been online. The places near me, like if you go to like a coin shop or flea market or something, you're not gonna really get the deals. You don't
Right.
have like the overhead for online is a lot less, I would assume, than in-store shop. So you're gonna always probably find a better deal online. But that's my go-to. I go to findbullionprices.com. I'm sure you've
Yep.
heard of it,
Yep.
and I just kind of browse through there and kind of just go through that. Usually, most of it's probably been from Provident though, and then same with Constitutional. I can get some pretty decent deals on Constitutional in person, but yeah, Eagles. I mean, I'm really not finding it for less than like $3 face. Like the flea market that I have, there's like one guy who sells coins. It's a pretty big flea market, and he sells it for 20 flat, no matter what the price of silver is. So it's like kind of the last choice. And then I actually went to a pawn shop a couple days ago, unrelated to silver, and I mean it was terrible pricing. Like I mean that's pretty much anywhere you would go, but for a pawn shop, but Yeah, there's just not really too. I mean, I have Gainesville coins, maybe 15 minutes from my house. They have a really nice gallery, but if you're gonna buy anything from there, it's probably should just be like generic. They have a lot of generic stuff and like really high end like coins and stuff. So, but I'm not really that kind of person. I like to get the liquidity factor. If I want to quick sell something, that's why I do the Eagles. But if you want some high end coins, I really hope one day I can, get really close to the owner so I can get like some video inside there because it's a really, really nice showcase. Really nice stuff in there. But
Yeah, Gainesville just had Eagles for $1.99 above spot, but they
oh,
charge
really?
you. Yeah, they charge you for shipping though. So
Oh yeah, yeah. See, the
that,
best part about that is I can make the order online and go pick them up in store.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they had them $1.99 above spot a couple days ago. So
yeah, I used to check their website every day, but lately I've just kind of been throttling back on purchases because gold's been going up. So I just I know silver's kind of been stagnant for the most part, but yeah, I'm just kind of shifting money elsewhere right now, unrelated to silver and gold. But um, yeah, I need to check on their website because they do have some good deals sometimes for sure. But yeah, I know you're the as far as I'm concerned, man, you're the king of the constitutional for sure.
well, I want to get some more Eagles and stuff too. I don't want to lose focus of that either. So, but the premium sometimes gets me, but I want to stay focused on, like you said, the liquidity and the recognition of Eagles. And Maple Leafs and stuff are fine too. But I mean, I really want to keep my Eagles going, and I'd like to fill a monster box someday, but I'm a long way from that. And it's only because I found this resource online that just keeps telling me this constitutional silver for so cheap. So one day that well's going to run dry, but I figure as long as it's producing some water, I might as well drink from it, and that's what I'm doing. So
Right, you got to strike while the iron's hot, man.
hey,
Well,
Amy, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it, and have a good night.
yeah, have a good one. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, if you get what the best deal for you is, and there's that's not to say that constitutional isn't liquid because I'd say that's
Right.
probably the second most easily sellable item. Like if I go on Craigslist and try and sell some constitutional, I guarantee that'll sell quick, or whatever wherever you try and sell it.
Well, I was on Jay and Bullion's website the other day, and they were out of a lot of the constitutional silver was out of stock. And then I was talking to a coin dealer. I went into a coin shop, a local one, very small shop, but the guy was telling me that he can't keep constitutional silver in stock. The minute he gets it in, he sells it out. So he said it's a really hot item. People buy it all the time off him.
Well, it's a great item to have because it's fractional and it's also not being minted anymore. It's not like an eagle where they just keep coming out with millions of them every year. So
Yeah, and I had one coin dealer at a coin show telling me that they still know constitutional silver all the time. He said
All right.
they sell it off, and they still send it to the smelters and melt it quite a bit. So,
All right, I'm gonna make you guys laugh real quick because I thought it was pretty funny.
right. Should I bring
So
your
you
video
can
up?
see the bucket of parts right here. This is the part we're making. All right. Now, most guys, I mean, you can watch the cycle of it being made. Most guys will know what this is because this is the little tube that they stick up your butt when they're going to give you a exam, guys. This is the early stages of how it's made. And it just ejects itself and naturally does all the work by itself and it falls in a bucket. It's so simple, it's not even funny. But yeah, that's your little proctology butt scope thing.
Was that? It looked like
Right.
brass when you first showed it to us, but it was.
more you know. That's cool.
I thought it was really funny just because, just what it was.
Somebody's got to make that stuff, right? Yeah.
But let me put you back on hold, guys, because I got to wrap it up.
Okay. So yeah, the fact that I'm getting the stuff for between $2 and $2.50 Actually, I think at one point I got it for, well, actually my last batch Constitutional Silver I got for $3.34 below spot. So
Yeah.
I figure I could turn around and, at least get my money back if I ever have to, liquidate it. But, potentially make quite a bit more off it if I need to. So
Yeah, you can't really go wrong. I mean, I've seen your videos. You usually, I mean, for the most part, I see you get it under spot almost every single time, if not, a good amount of times.
Well, yeah, I mean, lately every time, and I'm spoiled now because somebody offers it for 29 cents above spot, and I'm like, you're ripping me off, but
Right.
it's actually a great deal, So
Yeah.
um,
What I always had this question. What is your favorite 90% coin? And then I'll give you mine.
I'd probably say dimes, just because they're so small and fractional. If you ever needed it to use it as fractional silver, I probably like the quarters best. But if I had to pick, if you lined up all three of them in front of me, I'd probably take the dimes.
Yeah, I agree. I like the dimes. I guess for me personally, I like the Walking Liberty the most,
Oh
just
yeah,
because it kind of like
great coin.
yeah, it's just yeah, but like you said with the dimes, they're super fractional and um I like a lot of people see. Here's the thing with constitutional silver, like Mercuries have a premium over Roosevelts, but
Mhm.
the loss of silver and weight factor in Mercuries is kind of funny, because like Roosevelts pretty much have like no wear for the
Right,
most part.
right,
So
yeah,
it's like that's kind of the thing with like constitutional silver I never really understood was like, a worn coin is going to give you the same amount per face as like you know, I mean, assuming the condition, like if it's a shiny one, it's not obviously you'll get more of a premium, but you get what I'm saying. It's the same dollar per face, so it's kind of like I don't know. I think it should be going by weight personally, not like dollar face. But nobody obviously agrees with that. But I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Like I think if you're gonna do constitutional silver, it should kind of go by weight, in my opinion. Um, but I get why they do it by per face because to do that you need all kinds of things like a scale, and then that's just kind of getting a little nitpicky. But I don't know.
yeah. I agree. Weight would be ideal. The one thing I like about this guy I've been buying it from is that most of the stuff he's been telling me has been in really good shape. The Mercuries are, I mean, they've got wear on them, but they're not bad at all. And
Right.
the Franklins, and he's been selling me BU Kennedys for 85 to $90 for $10, which is almost unheard of. So, but I agree. Now the calculation for 0.715 amount of silver per dollar is really a wear number. It assumes a certain amount of wear. So they do try to compensate somewhat for that. But
Mm.
so the BU number is 0.7234. So I would say I've been meaning to weigh some of mine and see, where it's probably somewhere in between, right? But would be interesting to see weight wise where exactly it's at, Just do a sampling of a few of my rolls and just see how it comes back. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, because if it did go by that, then in theory, like Kennedy should be the highest valued half dollar, you know. But in reality, it's either Walking Liberties that have the highest premium or Franklin. So I get that they're older, but if you're going by pure weight and silver factor, then Kennedy should be having the highest premium, wouldn't you think?
Well, I think so, exactly. And the Roosevelts as well too. I mean, I can pull just about any roll of Mercury's and roll of Roosevelts, and you can put them right next to each other and see that the Roosevelt dimes are, it's got the equivalent of two or three more dimes stacked in it. That's how much more. That's how war the Mercury's are.
Yeah, no, Silver Ripples makes a good point here. It's a nostalgia factor as well as, like I said, the age. And also you can for the most part, if you're gonna find a dime in circulation, still like say your change, it's gonna
Mhm.
be a Roosevelt. It's not gonna be a Mercury for the most
Right.
part.
Yeah.
So that obviously is gonna make it a little more expensive because it's I think for the most part, all the Mercuries in circulation have for the most part been found already, but Roosevelt's, you can still. I mean, I've never found one personally, but I'm sure you could still find some.
Hey,
In
have a
fact, I've
good night.
never.
Have a good night, Steve. We appreciate you coming on tonight. Take
Yeah,
care.
have a good one, Steve.
What were you going to say, IFF?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I personally never found any 90% in like change or anything like that. I mean, even when I coin roll hunted which I quickly gave up because it just wasn't worth it for me personally. Mainly because I don't have a machine near me at a bank or a credit union that I can just dump them in and hand it to the cashier and get the exact amount back with no, fee or anything. Now, like that was kind of like the main thing for me because also like I have to re-roll them. So not only do I have to unroll them, I have to re-roll them, which takes so much time, especially if you're doing like dimes. $50 isn't too bad, but then of course I would have to pay for the rolls. Because I mean, if I ask the bank for rolls, they're only going to give me maybe 10 or 20 tops, in $50 wraps. So to buy like 1,000, which I did, I bought 1,000 for like $12. So you got to like kind of factor that in as well. And so, but I don't know. What is your opinion on coin roll hunting? Like, do you think it's profitable? Do you think it's worth it?
Um, Not so much anymore. I used to do a lot of coin roll hunting, and I still do once in a while. But I mean, I used to do it like 10 years ago. I had no idea, what was going on with YouTube because if I did, I would have probably hit YouTube at the time. But I mean, with all the boxes of halves you see being searched nowadays every week, I mean, it
Mhm.
just seems like they still find some silver out there, but the last probably 10 boxes of halves I went through, I haven't found any. And I do the same thing. I actually open up the roll and I actually stuff the halves back in the same roll, which takes forever, right, to get those back in there. And so it really adds to your time because I don't have a dump
Yeah,
machine
I'm at
yet
3
either.
boxes right now without silver. So I mean, I do find it still quite often.
Hmm. Hey, I want to say hi to World Stalker.
Yeah. Hey,
World
how's it
Stalker,
going, Will?
hey, how's it going, World? Thanks for joining us. We're just chit chatting,
What's going
having
on, Stocky?
talking silver tonight. So
Hey, Bellas, do you have a coin machine that's feeless near you that you can just dump them in, or do you have to re-roll them?
I actually have 3 banks within, I think, a half an hour of my house that I can use pretty much for free.
Okay, see, then that would make it completely worth it for sure because once you
Yeah,
have to take
it's
the
so
time to
nice.
wrap them again and then also buy the wraps and then like I
Well,
said,
my banks
sometimes.
provide them. I just use the wraps that they give me.
Yeah, see,
yeah,
my banks are stingy as hell. Like if you're talking like a $500 box, that's you know, I think there's what 10 or $20, $10, I think, in I
ten
can't remember.
dollars a roll. Yeah, there's
Yeah, so
50 rolls in it.
they're not gonna
It's
give
like,
me
yeah,
like
can I get some rolls for that? And they give you 10.
they're stingy. They're not gonna give me 50. And when I was doing it, I was getting like $2,000 worth of boxes, so they weren't gonna give me
Right.
like 200 wraps, but. Yeah, so for some people it's 100% worth it, especially if you're doing like if you're selling rolls on YouTube, doing live streams and stuff, it's 100% worth it. But
I
um,
thought about it.
yeah, I went through 4 boxes. Like I said, I did one for $2,000, and I didn't find not even a 40%er, and it was just kind of like
yeah,
a morale kicker, and I was just like, all right, I can't. It
right,
just wasn't for me.
yeah.
So.
Everybody's got their own thing. I mean, when you find it, it's amazing, but when you don't, it's just like, oh, I want to kill myself.
Yeah, well, it
Trust
might
me,
have
I
been
know.
different if I might have kept doing it if I had like a credit union that had like a machine that I could just dump them all in. But
Yeah. Unfortunately, those are a dying commodity everywhere, and Coinstar is the only one making money on it.
yeah, well, and also when you have to rewrap them, and you take 2 or 3 boxes of halves of $500 boxes into a bank, they're going to tell you that their vault's full, that they're not going to be able to take all that, for the most part. Well, at least that's what any bank I've ever said. Like I went in one day to Wells Fargo to like put in 2 boxes. They're like, we can only take one of these.
Really?
Like we don't have enough room in our vault. They're
That's
like,
why
and
I
they
have
literally
3
told me,
different banks.
they're like, it's not like the movies where we have this big vault. It's like a small safe. I'm like, oh my
Yeah. That's why I've got 3 different banks, and 2 of them are just dump banks. So all their branches, I just dump all over the place. I probably dump at about 25 different locations.
Yeah, I have 2 banks. I have Chase and Wells Fargo, and even then, they're still pretty spanned out. It'd be a good, good drive dumping, trying to unload a few boxes of $50 or something. But I can. And what I did start doing, I just started doing pennies because at least I was hitting something every time. Whether it was saving the pre-82s or the
Oh,
wheat
Rafe, I'm
cents.
jealous.
Yeah, so I was doing the $25 boxes of pennies for a while, but recently I had like 2 boxes laying around. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna change these in, and I just gave up on that. So I have like a full box of copper pennies,
Right.
$25, and then like a little bit extra, and then like maybe $5 or $10 in like wheat pennies, and then I was just like, all right, that's good enough, for me. So I kind of gave up on the coin roll hunting thing, but it is fun, Like I said, if you have a coin machine, you can just dump those things in feeless, then it's
Right.
worth it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a thrill to hunt. It is fun to find something, but I haven't found something in quite a while, so it could be frustrating too.
Yeah.
Take care, World Stacker.
Yeah, I did nickels and take care, world. I did nickels and dimes. I found 1 dime and 1 nickel, 1 more nickel, and that was the only silver I ever found in coin roll hunting. So out of the hours I did and rewrapping and everything, it was like a nickel and a dime to show for it. But who knows? It was a lot of Loomis rolls though. It was a lot of those already wrapped ones. It was no customer wraps. So
Well, that's half the challenge, though. I mean, I've gone 2.5 weeks, and at one point, I think Bella and I were doing something like 35, 40 boxes a week. And
wow.
we went almost half a month, 3 weeks, something like that, with nothing. And it was so heartbreaking, and she was getting so pissed.
Yeah,
And finally,
I can understand that, especially when you can buy a half for like $5. It's like,
yeah. I mean,
well,
I
maybe a
also
little
luck
more.
out in a zone where I don't have to pay for for a lot of banks charge for just the privilege of ordering boxes.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
didn't
don't
even think
have
about
that
that.
either.
Yeah, I never had that problem. They never charged me, but they did ask me to like, place an order. They didn't want me to, just come
Yeah.
in there expecting them to have it or whatever,
Yep.
which is understandable.
Yeah, that's what Chase does. Chase wants me to order them, and that's fine. They'll get them for me. They don't charge me for it. They just say, "Hey,
Yeah,
well, I have
they
them
never.
waiting on Tuesday for you."
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it kind of stinks because I have a Chase. Literally, I could walk there in 5 minutes. It's a 1 minute drive, but like it's became an all teller or a no teller bank. It's just all ATMs now.
Yeah.
They're all doing that, though. That's the
Yeah, so
problem.
I
They're
can't
trying to
even
go
order there
completely
anyway.
digital.
But I had a really good relationship. The lady there was like had no problem ordering me boxes for like until she told me one day she's like in like 2 weeks we're just turning into an all ATM, just a couple of people there and that's it. We can't order boxes anymore. I'm like, ah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking, but maybe it was a good thing. I don't know. So.
Sorry about the noise again, guys. Give me a minute.
Oh, I don't know how you say your name. Is it Rafe? Raph?
Yeah, it's probably short for Raphael. I always call him Rafe, but it's probably
It's
Raph.
Rafe, like Raphael. He goes by Rafe.
Yeah, that's cool. I used to go to the casino a decent amount back in the day when I was younger, and I didn't even think about that. But then again, I've only been stacking for a couple of years, so I wouldn't have been able to think about that either. But either or. All right, cool. I just didn't want to mispronounce your name, sound like an idiot. But yeah, that's cool, man. That's a good idea. Do you work at a casino or? Yeah, no tellers, Silver Ripples, no tellers, just straight. You walk in and it's like, you have your lounge area and then it's just at the back wall is just all ATMs and that's it. No desk, no glass windows, nothing. They tore it all down. On the sides you have like your mortgage loan area. You have the little cubbies on both sides, but there's no tellers. So yeah, never seen that before. They're just like obviously trying to cut costs with you know, hiring people as tellers.
Where have I been? I've been hiding in my office like I always am. Come on now, you guys know better. I'm on vacation. You kidding me? I'm not feeling it.
So World Stacker says, or Stalker says that he loves numismatics. Got a ton of old notes, looking for Japanese invasion notes while in Asia. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I don't really collect notes or know much about that, but that sounds pretty cool. You do any videos on it, World Stalker? You ought to put some videos out on that. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I have some silver certificates, some uncirculated. I have some $2 red notes. Nothing like nothing exotic or anything, nothing graded, but yeah, that's cool. I'm into that kind of stuff a little bit. Honestly, I kind of regret buying that because it's a really like tough market for resale, but it is a cool little hobby, definitely.
I'd like to get some just to have though, you know, like some
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. I just bought them just to have it, you know, because
yeah.
it's really low cost. I think I got the uncirculated silver certificates for like $4 or $5 each, which is pretty cool. And a couple of them
Yeah,
are
it
star
is.
notes, so that was a good deal.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, so yeah, they're definitely a cool to look at for sure. A good history.
If I was gonna buy any bill, I think the bills I would start buying would be the old large bills or the Hawaii notes from World War II.
Oh yeah, the ones that say like Hawaii on the back in
Yep.
like bold letter. Yeah, those are cool.
Yep.
I like those.
Yeah,
Those are
cool.
really awesome, and they're just such a big piece of our history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Confederate notes are cool as hell too. I see them all the time. Some of the shows that I'm at, and this one guy's got a mountain of notes that are circa like 1700s.
Wow. Yeah, you know what I'm a sucker for that I don't have that I probably won't be able to afford much? Those like BC coins, you know, like those like Byzantine Empire or whatever
Yep.
crazy old coins. Those are cool as heck to me. But they're just super expensive. But man, I want to get at least one of those old coins, those like pre, you know, 0 year coins, like 200
Yeah.
BC coins. Those are super awesome to me. I don't know.
I've only seen 2 of those, but I would love to own one of those just to say I have.
Mhm.
Exactly. I went to a coin show at my this flea market by me, and this guy literally had probably over 100. It was like I don't know it was like a dealer, but he had like at least over $100,000 worth of old coins like that.
Nice,
Like
Rafe.
one of them was like 7,000, and he had like 10 of them that were in that price range that I just saw quickly. Like it was crazy. He had a bunch of money on the table right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just. I mean, those coins are some money for sure. But I would go. There's some that you can get. Like I saw one online on Facebook. It was like 200 BC coin. And it was only like three. I mean, I say only, but it was like 350 for it. So like you know, there are some cheaper older coins, but for the most part, yeah, there is some money. Obviously,
It's just one of those things like anything else. It's condition, quantity, availability. You know, it sets the market.
Yep, definitely.
It's just all in what you're looking for because we're all going to spend the money and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just subbed World Stalker. It looks like he has a pretty cool channel. I'm gonna check out some of his videos.
Yeah, I'll sub you.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm subbed to you. No, I'm not. All right, yeah, I'll just sub to you. Oh, okay. He's got a couple videos on some currency.
Yeah.
No, just one I see. But there's some. Yeah. Oh, it looks like you just started this channel a couple weeks ago. Wow, you got 400 subs already. I started this channel like 3 or 4 months ago, and I only have like a couple hundred subs, but I'm happy with that. I'm not out there pushing it too hard.
Yeah, especially when you first get on there, it's really hard to get subs. When I first started, I got pretty discouraged because I went for 3 or 4 months and really couldn't get any subs, and I just about gave up. Then all of a sudden, one day I woke up and I was like, "Hey, I got 33 subs today." So
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
you
really,
know who
really
really helped me out? You know who really helped me out? Lake House Beach. He held a stream, and I had like maybe 30 subs. and he was like, you know what, everyone subscribed to IFF, and then like literally I went from like 30 subs to like 80 subs in like that night. And sure, like I woke up the next morning like 5 or 6 people unsub, but it didn't matter because it was like that huge jump like was like so cool of him, and I still kind of owe him for that. I'm gonna send him like probably a standing Liberty quarter or something when I hit like 500 or something. But yeah, I he really helped me out with his live
Yeah,
streams.
I've noticed with stuff like that. That's why if you've seen on my channel, I've been doing some shout outs for smaller channels. But I've noticed that's like the make it or break it for a lot of people. Just because, you know, you're not getting subs, you're not getting views, and it gets frustrating.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, I don't do it like I don't think I would ever monetize this channel. I'm not doing
Yeah,
it for
I don't
money.
want
It's more like a hobby for me. It's just
Right.
my outlet to kind of, I don't know, feel like what I'm saying, someone's listening. That's cool enough to me, you know.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, I don't think I would ever monetize this channel unless, you know, if I like 5 years down the road, maybe I have like 10,000 subscribers or something, like it's somehow whatever. But for 1,000, I'm not gonna, you know, monetize it or anything. But there's some people that are strictly for YouTube doing money, but for me, it's just like a hobby. I just do it for fun. So
That's what I look at it for.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I'll consider monetizing just because I spend so much on the channel.
yeah, no, yeah, I can understand you. See, like, but for me, like, I don't put out content enough that I feel like it requires like monetization. Now, if I was pumping out videos like you, TV, who, you know, you are spending a lot of money making videos, then I could understand for sure. And actually, if you monetize your channel, you would have like no tax because you could just write it all off with all the videos that you make and how much you spend,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, I
So.
don't think monetizing makes you very much money, but I mean, just shipping alone, I probably with the gauze that I do and stuff, I mean, it'd be nice just to have something to cover that, you know. So,
Oh yeah, yeah,
not to
no,
mention the silver, you know. So,
yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, you spend a lot of money making videos, all those constitutional videos, man.
Yep. A
I
lot of
would,
time, a lot of
I would think
energy.
about it.
but we'll see. You got to not only have 1,000 subs, you got to have 4,000 watched hours, and I'm not up to that yet.
Well,
So,
you know, that's why you do these live streams because every person that's watching per minute is going towards that 4,000 hours.
yeah,
Mhm.
4,000 hours is a lot of
Yeah,
time.
that's a lot of
Man.
time. It sure is.
If you guys haven't noticed, I know Mobile Coins, he was just telling me he's something like 30 hours from hitting that.
Oh,
So if you get a chance to go and just put a stream of his on for an hour, that'll
yeah,
make a
that'd
big
be good.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty
definitely.
close. Yeah.
Yeah, he's right there. He was talking to me. He was like, I hope this contest gets me over the hump there. And I was like, man, I was like, you keep putting content out, you're guaranteed to get it.
Yeah, I think I'm about 300 hours away or something. I haven't looked lately, but
That's
so it's
I
good.
getting
couldn't even
there.
tell you where I'm at.
Well, that's good. Hey, just keep doing these live streams and you'll get there in no time. Because, you know, I'll
Exactly.
join and, you know, even like that's the thing. I'll keep this kind of stuff on in the background. And even if I'm not like interacting or whatever, I'll just try and help someone get that watch time, you know?
I do the same thing.
So, yeah, I mean, if you only need 300 hours, man, I have a couple extra phones. I can leave it on a different phone and just help you out with the watch hours. So. Yeah,
Yeah,
just keep
that's
doing
all.
a
That's
couple
all.
extra live streams, you know, and you know, every couple days or week or whatever, you know, you'll get there in no time.
Yeah, you got a free hour. Just turn it on and go.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have,
Yeah.
you know, a couple extra phones. I would just turn it on YouTube, jump on your channel. Like now that I know that you're only a few hundred hours away, which you'll probably hit anyway. Like I'm not saying like you won't make it without the watch time from me, but like, you know, it just helps out. But
Absolutely.
so that's cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
But
definitely
I,
monetize if I was you,
yeah,
TB, for sure.
but I really enjoy doing it though too. I love the technology part of it. You know, making the videos, recording the videos, and then talking silver. I mean, how can you not enjoy just doing that? So even without monetizing, I'm really having a great time doing this stuff. You know,
How
it's
long
really
have you been doing YouTube for?
a little over a year. My anniversary, I think, is May. Just passed it. So
That's cool. Very cool.
But I've been doing video editing, animation type work, presentation stuff for a long time. So I really enjoy doing that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so brain dead with the editing. I haven't even like began starting it, so that's a whole new adventure for me in the near future.
So yeah,
Yeah.
World Stalkers talking about getting some sponsorships and ambassadorships. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind taking on a sponsor
Take
too.
care, man.
That'd
Have a
be
good weekend.
pretty cool to do that, you know. Have somebody sponsor you to, you know, like Backyard Bullion does with the silver. What is it? The Silver Forum that sponsors him. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Freedom, freedom. I am so done with this week.
Oh, out of work, huh? Cool.
Yes, sir. The door is locked.
Awesome.
Oh, thank God. Long overdue.
So how long of a drive do you have home, Phil?
45 minutes, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I started doing the night streams. I'm gonna kind of do like a late night thing, and I mean I get home about quarter after 12, 12:30, depending on traffic, and figured I'll do streams like that and just make it a regular thing because it's not like I'm gonna fall asleep right away.
Right. Yeah, you jump on there sometimes pretty late. I work a day job, but I do a lot of off-hour support as well. Technology, you can take your YouTube hangouts with you.
Yep. Driving down the street, live streaming, breaking the law, you know. It's all good. Just as long as I'm hands-free, right?
Right. Oh, that's funny, you know, because just recently, Florida, well, here where I live, and they're soon to finally outlaw like texting and driving. Before you could do it no matter what. Now they finally just passed a law that you can't text and drive, which I have no idea how they're gonna differentiate someone on Pandora switching a station to like texting. But
Doesn't matter.
yeah,
That's distracted driving. That's where they need to just go that route.
yeah, but the law itself specifically says texting and driving. It doesn't say, you know, you can't like YouTube and drive or whatever. So it's like kind of like a, you know, cloudy,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
But
broken. That doesn't make
your best
sense.
bet is to just not be on your phone when you're driving, you know. But
Exactly.
Hey,
yeah,
Slow Stackers joined us. How's it going, Slow? What are you doing
What
tonight?
is up, brother?
hey, Slow Stacker. Oh, well, hey, I saw a Slow Stacker from International Stacker.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys knew each other personally, but that's how I found your channel, Slow Stacker. And I really like his videos too, because he's like me. We're kind of just getting into it. We're just, you know, like turtle status. We're not like gung ho going crazy.
Yeah, Slow's been I think what he's been doing lately, some Eagles. So he's in line with you, IFF. He's been stacking some Eagles, I believe.
Yeah, I think he made his channel maybe, I don't know, 6 months or so ago. I think I found him, like I said, through International Stacker, and I was like, oh, Slow Stacker, that's like my pace. I'm subbing to this guy.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like Slow Stacker. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he does those collaborations with IS once in a while, but yeah, like he says, I think they were friends in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, because I remember them doing a live stream, and there was some pizza involved and a bunch of 90% silver on the table.
I remember
That's
that
cool.
too.
So yeah, they had me sold at that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a collaboration video between them lately, but yeah, that's funny when IS has a Slow Stacker open up his. Remember all that constitutional silver he ordered, and the Slow Stacker was opening it up for him. So that was pretty good, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, IS bought a ton of it.
Wow,
Man.
he said a year and a half. Holy cow! Maybe my time frame's way off. Jeez, maybe yeah, it might have been that long. But I remember I was like one of your first subs, Slow Stacker. Like, but it wasn't on this channel. I made this channel like only like 3 or 4 months ago. But I remember on my other channel, because I have like two channels. Like this channel is all like, you know, stacking and like finance channels, and then I have another channel that I don't make videos, but it's like car stuff and like, you know, just other big name YouTubers or whatever. So I kind of like switch off. But yeah, I remember. Wow, I can't believe it. 1.5 years. Wow, that's awesome.
It goes by fast if you're putting out content on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's so hard because like I mean I have like kind of two spectrums. I like finance videos and then I like the stacking part.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like it's so hard to like, I don't know, you to come up with like, I don't know. There's so many videos like for finance channels. It's like, okay, how to increase your credit score, or like how to pay off your mortgage faster. But there's so many types of those videos out there. It's
Yep.
like, you know, it's like kind of pointless to make that. You got to kind of think of something outside the box, and it's really hard to do that. So
Yeah, it's hard to be original.
right. So it's like, you know, I could make videos every day, but I'd rather, you know, I don't want to keep pumping out videos that have already been made a bunch of times already. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
kind of tough, but
on the other hand, it's hard to find something that nobody else has done either, you know? I mean, I've got a
right,
lot
that
of
is true.
ideas in the queue, but just finding the time to get them done is the challenge, you know? And then
Yeah, well,
somebody else will put out a video and I was like, crap, I was just going to do a video on that, you know?
right. Well, some of my like more successful videos are like my portfolio updates or like unboxing videos, obviously, are like good hits. So
Right, right.
those are like things that you can't replicate. So that's where I kind of like try and go towards. But, you know, I tried the whole like, you know, topics on finance and stuff like that, but it's like so hard when there's like so many videos out there like that already. It's like,
Well, that's
plus
just
people
like any coin roll hunt video. I mean, everybody does it.
yeah, yeah, but
It's
like,
just-
yeah, true. And, you know, but the thing is like some people, you know, every outcome is different at least.
right, right. That's one
Yeah,
plus. But at the same time, though, how long can you sit there and watch somebody open rolls? It really depends on the person selling the stream itself, the actual speaker.
right. Yeah,
I've noticed that.
exactly.
I mean, you watch one stream, if they're kind of monotone and boring, like the stream's gonna die, and there's nothing that they can do about it. But you know, you got guys like Rob and even Paul and Snacks, even though I personally don't like them. They're always full of energy and trying to, you know, like car salesmen. You know, they're always pumping it up and hyping it up, making it fun and really jazzing it up, and that I think makes a bigger difference than anything else.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all about the personality for sure. That's the only reason why I think people even subscribe to smaller channels is because of that kind of personality type thing. So,
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And it's
yeah,
hard to find people who are really entertaining to watch, just in general.
right. If you're
I
gonna,
mean,
yeah, and I try and keep my videos short because I'm a small channel, so I know someone's not going to sit there for 20 minutes and listen to what I have to say. Like it's I try and keep them under 10 minutes, if
if it's
not
good
like
content,
around
I'd
5
stay all
minutes.
day long.
Yeah, I mean, at least until you get a little bigger, you know, like
Yeah,
TV's got 1,000 subs, you know, that's a good threshold where you could start making like 15, 20 plus minute videos and people will watch the whole
yeah.
thing because, you know, you got a good ground to work with. But if you're under 1,000 subs, I think you should try and get to the point, you know. So, in my opinion, I mean, obviously anyone can do whatever they want, but
Yeah, Rafe, you're right. There is nothing like a Novus coin roll hunt. That some bitch can't get through 3 rolls without messing something up.
you know, it's funny because I was like, I watched his videos and his live streams, and he gets so many dislikes. But then I realized, like, oh, it's just kind of like a running joke with him, like, oh,
Yeah.
just thumbs his shit down.
It doesn't matter because he's deleting it anyway.
Yeah, you know, it's just like a joke. It's not like people really hate him or anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a joke. But I was like, why does this guy get so many thumbs down? Like, what did he do? It's just, oh, okay, it's just a joke. Okay,
You know,
got it.
and it's a running joke, but I think it's pretty funny because Lake House and I were talking about it. It was like, well, if Novus was anybody in the damn it, what the hell is the word I'm looking for? Like movie stars type stuff, the modern day, spotlight. If he was anybody, he would so be the Howard Stern of our community.
He is entertaining to tell. He brings a different type of flavor to the community for sure.
Yeah, he puts that off colored raunch to the community, and it's funny.
Yeah, he sure does.
When you have to have an 18 and up stream, you know that you bring in some flavor to the community.
And it's funny because I keep telling him, I was like, dude, leave your streams up. Just make sure it's 18 and older.
Right.
He's like, no.
Some of the coolest people I've met in this community aren't 18. Like 2 of my favorite channels, and actually 3 of them. I like Stacking Kid, who a lot of people don't like him, but I think he's a cool kid. I think he's a good, smart kid. And then you got Trey's Coins, I think it is, and then Coin Collector Ohio is one of my favorite channels to hang out at. So,
I absolutely love watching the younger kids. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, they're cool kids. I mean, they're smart. They're to even be interested in this kind of stuff at that age and not, worried about partying or going to a football game or watching sports all the time. To be interested in this hobby is pretty ahead of their age group. So I respect that.
Yeah, I think that's why my daughter did so well.
Yeah,
with my. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, TB. You were talking.
No, I was just saying it's really cool that these guys are so young getting into it. I think Alex Corner, I think Alex is only like 14 or 15 years old too.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Barbara. How are you? I just want to say hey. She's saying hi. She said she was back in the stream.
Barb is back. What's going on, Barb?
So, Phil, how did your daughter get into it so young? How did her interest get so strong in it?
Well, believe it or not, she is actually a 4th generation collector.
Really? Cool.
My grandfather was the first one that I know of. It may have been even farther back, but I don't know for sure on that. And my granddad got my mom into it, and then it just kind of went to me, and then it went to my daughter, and she saw me, messing around one day, and we were video chatting with my mom, just talking about different stuff, and then Bella was watching it, and she's like, "Oh, that's cool," and then she was like, "Oh, Grandma, what do you got?" And next thing you know, my mom's pulling out all my grandfather's stuff because he passed away, and she's just pulling out bags and boxes and just holy cow crap that he's accumulated through the Korean War and all his years of collecting and just next thing you know, it was like, oh man, I gotta get into this. And she was on YouTube Kids one day watching some videos, and she saw something about collecting. And if I remember correct, it was Rob who was the first video she saw, and she was hooked after that. It was, Dad, I want to do this. And the next thing you know, we're buying rolls left and right, and she's going through it for a few weeks, and is like, Dad, I want to get my own channel. And Bella's channel was born, and that was it. That's where it started.
Yeah, Rob Fine's Treasure is good. I like him a lot. Him and Blue Ridge Silverhound.
Oh yeah, he's good
both
too.
Good guys, man. Both good guys. They really started me personally into getting into collecting stuff and whatnot. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I try to show my grandkids coins and try to get them into it, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, moving on. It's like, so I mean, I guess you just gotta have, like anything else, music, art, whatever. You just gotta have an interest in it, I guess. Not everybody's interested.
I wanted to ask you guys: do you guys collect anything besides gold and silver?
As far as what?
Well, for me, okay. What 2 things that I collect? I collect video games. I collect Super Nintendo and PlayStation 2 games. Do you guys collect I don't know, movies, video games, or whatever, stamps? I don't know, anything.
I honestly still have my baseball card collection from when I was a kid. There's probably 100,000 cards just sitting in boxes that I haven't looked at in 20 years.
Really? Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you did collect baseball cards?
I did, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I've got some pretty pricey rookie cards that are, now retired, but I mean, like I said, I haven't looked at them in decades. They've all been, shrunk wrap closed and nice and neat and OCD cleaned up and whatever. And I've never like really went back into it. I mean, once you have kids and then life just changes where your priorities are completely different.
That's cool.
But-
Yeah. So Rafe said he collects N64 games in the box. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not that much of a baller. that can get pricey. For Super Nintendo, I just collect the cards. But
Well, do
PlayStation 2,
guns count?
yeah, PlayStation 2 games I collect. They have to have the manual and they have to have the case because they're still relatively cheap. But yeah, N64, Super Nintendo, man, that can get super expensive to collect like them in the box with the manuals and everything. But that's cool, Rafe. What about you, TB? You collect anything besides gold and silver?
No, I really don't. I mean, I've had some interest in the past. I think I may have mentioned on another live stream a few weeks ago that I used to play guitar a lot, so I've got a lot of several guitars and old pedals and amps and things like that. But just kind of keep them around.
I think I asked you this before when we were on Clever Coins
Right, yeah.
stream. Yeah, you were talking about the guitars. I remember that. Yeah, that's cool.
I had a custom guitar made for me about, I don't know, probably around 10 years ago now that was really, really cool. I don't know if anybody would, be interested in it but me, but, I had the company actually, I sent them a picture and actually hand painted it on the guitar, and it worked out it took them almost 12 months to make it for me. It was really, really cool.
That's awesome.
That is
What
cool.
kind of guitars do you do? Electric or
Yeah,
acoustic? Or
Well, both, but I'm primarily an electric player,
that's
mostly,
awesome.
yeah, just good old rock and roll, so I haven't played in a while, just busy doing other stuff, but, someday I hope to get back to it and do some more songwriting and things like that, so.
That's cool, man. Musically inclined. I respect it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's pretty
I
cool.
never got a chance to get into like musical instruments. I always wanted to learn how to play the piano, but guitar I tried it and it was just God, I don't know. It's a really tough learning curve for me at least. And I'm left-handed, so it's kind of tough. But yeah.
Well,
That's
I'm not
awesome.
really musically inclined too much. That's been, my biggest challenge over the years. I love music, but not really gifted with a good ear, but still like to pull out a guitar and have some fun with it once in a while. So my mom used to be a great piano player. I often thought that I should try to start because I might have more talent in that area if I were to just give it a chance,
Yeah, that's cool. No, that's really good. That's awesome. Rafe says he has over 500 Pez dispensers.
Whoa.
Oh my God, my mom collected Pez for a while. That's awesome. She had a little little case for it and everything.
Well, if you ever need Pez dispensers, Rafe, let me know because I live right where they make them. But it's only about a 20-minute ride.
That's
The
awesome.
Pez factory's right around the corner for me.
Pez, there's gonna be some good money in that. For
Yeah,
sure.
I would think so. Check eBay
Yeah.
on that one. I bet you some of those things sell for a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I saw like a Pawn Stars episode where someone came in with a Pez collection. I don't know, it could have been something else, but yeah, it was worth some good money. So, especially like the
amazing
old
what people
vintage
pay
like
for it.
Star Wars Pez dispensers are worth a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. The original ones, yeah.
Yeah, like we're talking like 20 plus years ago, not like
Exactly.
But yeah, I know Pez can be some money for sure. That's cool though.
So World Stacker's asking, who's the one talking that just said they are left-handed? They have perfect audio.
Yeah, that's me. I'm left-handed.
Yeah, that's Investment Future Finances that's talking their World Stacker. Yeah, he sounds good, doesn't he? He's got a great mic. Yep. What kind of mic you use there, IFF?
Oh, I'm using the Galaxy S9 mic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just a cell phone.
It sounds good. Sounds really good.
Well, that's good because it's nothing special, but it's a decent little phone. I got a really good deal on it, so I mean that's pretty much anything I buy. Like it has to be a good deal. Like I'm not gonna like rush buy something overpriced or anything. Like I don't know. I wait for the deals. I'm patient, so it's worked out for me. Like with the video games, like I like buying a lot of like lots of games, so that way I get like a better deal, and then you can like trade or whatever. Kind of like with your guitars, you're not gonna like. I'm assuming go out and just buy a guitar for the sake of buying it, like unless you really wanted it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Well, you're smart with your money.
yeah, well, it's just like, you know, I'm not rolling in dough, but I'm not like broke. But it's like I don't want to like, because once you've been broke, and you don't want to go back to that, obviously.
Amen to that.
So yeah, it's like, you know, you kind of just, I don't know. Like I said, once you've been broke, you don't want to go back to that. So you kind of wise up with your money. But some people have no problem with that, and I mean that's fine. But you know, I've I don't know. I just kind of really choose what I buy these days, especially with like gold and silver too. Like that's why it's so hard for me to like buy it right now because it's like, you know, I've bought an Eagles at like $16 before on like really good deals, and then like
Right.
now it's hard to even get them under 18.
Yeah.
So it's like, ugh, I'd rather, I don't want to say wait, but like, I don't know. It's just
It's
all
only
about
gonna
picking and
climb with
choosing good
those.
deals. So,
Yeah, I was able to. I picked up a bucket list guitar a few years ago. Talked to Mrs. TB and they let me pick it up, and uh, it's one that I used to have when I was a kid. I worked in a dishwasher at a restaurant to put this guitar in layaway, and after quite a while, I got it out, and then fast forward 10 or 20 years later, I had to sell it because I was broke, and the guy that bought it off me kept it for 20 or 30 years, and he passed away. I tried to get it back from his family, let them know that, hey, this was it really means a lot to me. I offered them, fair market value. I said, I'm not expecting you to give it to me. I'll pay you for it. And they just were like, yeah, nah, we don't know what we're going to do. So after that deal died, a couple years later, my wife said, go ahead and go get what you want. So I picked it up and it sits quietly in the closet now. had to have it, right?
awesome.
Had to have it.
But it's good though, because it's like you can pick it up and play it whenever you want. So
Yeah,
whether it collects dust now, maybe in the future it won't. You know.
that's my plan. Yep.
Yeah, like as far as like the whole frugality thing, like recently I drove like an hour to buy like 50 Super Nintendo games, okay? And it was like I paid I think $90 and like they're worth over 400. So like I'd just rather sit and wait cuz there's especially on like Facebook Marketplace, that's a great place to buy anything right now cuz
Right.
it's all about someone might need the money really badly. And I've had people straight up tell me like, "Hey, you're helping me pay rent this month, or you're helping me pay this bill, or something." I'm like,
Yep.
it makes me feel good because I'm helping someone, but I'm also getting a killer deal at the same time.
Right.
Yep.
So it's all about just kind of being patient, wait, and no matter what it is, whether it's like a video game or a card or silver or anything, you know, if you just wait, the deal will eventually come to you as long as you're patient. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I had bought maybe a week ago, I bought like I paid $110 and I got like over $500 worth of games. That's how much they're worth. So it's like, you know, can't lose out on that even if they tank in value or whatever or go to resell it. So it's also like how it's I think being how patient you are, like anything. So it's good deals out there. You just gotta be patient and just, you know, you really have to like pay attention to like what's being like updated because like people will go on there and then they'll sell like certain things because they need money and then, you know, the next day they'll drop the price even more. Like it's only been like 2 days, so you just kind of wait. You know, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm 100 firm," and then like 2 days later they'll be like, "All right, I'll take 80," and then it's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go over there right now and get that, whatever that is." It doesn't even have to be a game; it could be anything. So
Right.
yeah, that's what's great. And you know what? The economy is doing so well now. It's like imagine when, you know, the next recession hits, when people try and unload collectibles or anything, how much even cheaper you're going to be able to get everything.
Exactly.
So, see, like my goal right now is to get a full set of like Super Nintendo games, which is over 700 games. I have like 100 something now. And like I'm not going full force into that because I know eventually when a recession hits, nobody's going to hold video games over paying a light bill or a mortgage or a car payment.
Yep.
So it's like I don't want to go full steam into it right now, but if I see a good deal, like I'm going to pick it up. So, yeah. So
Well, that's what I do too. I just try to plant the seed with people. So I will, on Let Go or one of those apps, I'll ask them what they want. I'll make them an offer. They'll say, nope, not interested. And I just gotta, wait it out for a week or two. And I figure, if they sell it, great. If not, they may reconsider my offer,
Right. Exactly. Now, TB, I had a question. When you buy your constitutional, do you usually buy it from the same person? I've noticed you said in a few videos you hit the same person up, but I don't know if almost every single time it's that same person.
Yeah, it really is. It's the same person every single time, except a couple weeks ago, I did find another person I let go, and I met with her. And I paid her a little bit more. She was a lady probably in her mid 80s, and she was looking to sell it, and she was getting decent money for it, but overall, yeah, the other guy I've been buying off of, apparently his father owned some like arcade places back in the 60s, and just had the mindset to just save all the change you got from kids coming in playing the games. And, he saved it back when it was worth a quarter, and now he's selling it for, whatever. So, and I guess he has a lot of it. He's not even sure how much his dad has. So, I just wait for him to contact me once or twice a week, and we work out a deal and we go from there. So, yeah, it's really been the same guy, but I have found a few other deals using OfferUp as well. So, but it's 30 times they reject you and tell you no, but that one time, it's almost like coin roll hunting, right? That one box that produces that 190%, you get it, So.
Mm-hmm. Now I've used I've never used OfferUp, but there's another app. I can't remember. I tried selling some stuff on it.
Let Go.
Let Go, yeah, Let Go was terrible for me.
Well, that's
Oh
what
my
I
God.
use. That's what I use. And I do find stuff once in a while on there.
Okay, yeah, maybe I should give it another try because I tried selling a couple things on there and it was terrible. But like, you can
Yeah,
find.
most of the time people want $1 million for everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the lady I met at McDonald's a couple weeks ago, she was like, she assumed because it was old that it was worth a lot of money, right? Like, yeah, this is an American Silver Eagle. You might be able to, I'd probably put it on Let Go for $19 or $20, but I told her, I said, I can go online and buy it right now for $17. So I told her I'd be willing to pay $16 for it, but she's like, oh, this thing's old. It's probably worth what, $50 or $100. I'm like, nope, it's a Silver Eagle, right? So, so I kind of helped her, stuff I didn't buy. I told her, advised her, what it was worth and stuff. But she did. She assumed because it was an old Mercury diamond, it was worth a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, it's worth about $1.30 right now, So.
Yeah, $1.30 would be generous.
Yeah. So, is there any way to check gold? I'm looking on Facebook Marketplace, and this person has a 1 ounce gold bar for $1,200.
Ooh, that's a good deal. It's almost too good. I'd have to meet him up at a coin shop. I'd have to meet him up at Gainesville and have him Sigma that before I even thought about buying it.
Oh yeah, you gotta Sigma, you gotta scale it. You gotta you gotta X-ray it. Like you can't trust people on Facebook for that stuff.
I know.
No, yeah, definitely not that dollar amount.
It's a Credit Suisse with a serial number on it, but it still could be fake.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing with like the games. It's like I'll buy lots and I have to get a good deal because I'm assuming every game works, and like that's not necessarily the case. Some games don't work. I don't want to be like hosed. So like same thing with that. You got to like meet up at a coin shop, make sure it's 100%, have them Sigma it, and if it's any type of good reputable coin shop, they'll do that for no fee or anything. They'll just help you out. So.
Yeah, World Stalker says $1,200 means fake. I mean that's my assumption as well.
Yeah, it's good to be true. It probably is.
At least be asking spot for it, but really more than spot. So.
Yeah, unless they have in the ad willing to meet at coin shop to verify or something, then I'm like, yeah, that's a little too good to be true. I mean, you're missing out on like 150 minimum profit there, or like loss.
And also too, I mean, you got to be careful about those deals because if you do work out a deal, they know you're showing up with $1,200 in your pocket too.
That's true. Yeah, that's why a lot of. I was just
about to say that. Yeah, whenever I meet up with people like that, I'm always packing and I'm openly packing, and they just look at you like, yeah, I'm not messing with that, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like any deal I've ever sold on Facebook, I'm telling them I'm meeting at my bank inside if it's a high dollar amount. Like I had a guy I sold an S9 for like $325, and the guy was like he met me at the Chase Bank, right? And then he's like, I'm outside. I'm like, well, I'm inside. Like it's AC, blah blah blah. I was trying not to be an a-hole, being like, look, I don't
Yeah.
trust you. I'm not gonna like just walk out there with a phone where you can just run off with it. Like
Yep.
so, and then he's like, okay, I'm like, just come inside or like I'm leaving, like because he was like, oh, I'm out here with my kid, I can't come inside. I'm like, look, I'm just like, you either come inside and meet me, do this deal, or I'm leaving. And like the thing that I said that is because I see him back into a parking spot, so I'm like, with the nose forward, I'm like, dude, there's no way that doesn't look sketchy to me. Like you're not just
Right.
gonna run in your car, take off, and go. So it ended up being straight. He pulled his kid out, brought him inside, but like I felt like an a-hole, but like I don't trust like something like that where you can just pick it up and run, like
Exactly.
So I told like we went inside the bank, and that's what I do, like high dollar, like even when I sell cars, like if we're signing a title and doing big dollar exchanges, it's inside of a bank. Like I'm not just doing it in a parking lot or whatever. So
Well, a lot of police stations, like especially my area, because that was such a big thing, they actually have like outdoor camera systems and meeting spots right at the police stations now.
yeah, I've seen that too. I just choose the bank because it's like the closest spot to me. So if someone's
Yeah.
wasting my time, then I didn't waste too much of mine. But yeah, no, that's obviously a good spot too. And that'll also deter anyone from like trying to scam you because it's like, oh, well, he wants to meet at a police
Correct.
station. Well, screw that. I was going to scam him.
Exactly. Exactly, because you know damn well that they won't get far.
Right. If any authentic, legit person was going to make a deal, they would have zero issue meeting. If anything, it would make them more comfortable meeting at a police station.
You would
Yeah,
actually think people would want to meet in a place like that.
Right. Exactly.
yeah, you have to be careful, especially when they know, like the lady I was talking about, I let go a couple weeks ago. She asked me if I just wanted to go over to her house and meet her, and I said, no, I don't want to meet at your house. I want to meet at a restaurant somewhere. So when I meet at McDonald's, when I was there, I told her, I said, if I can give you some advice, don't ever ask somebody to come to your house to meet you. And she goes, well, I thought you were a woman. For some reason, I thought I was talking to a woman chatting with. And I go, it doesn't matter if it is a woman. I mean, there's women in prisons too. So,
Yeah, that's just downright dumb. That's
I
stupid.
mean, the deal could go fine. And she knows you have coins in your house, and she could tell her boyfriend who a week later comes over to rob you. So I just told her, I said, that was not a good move. Don't do that again.
Yeah, I would never meet anyone at my house ever from like Facebook or anything like that. Never.
Well, that's the problem when if you're going to sell like a guitar amp or something like that, something heavy that may need to be plugged in to verify it works. That's why I try to sell
See,
that.
the thing is, like, I sold a PlayStation 2, and the guy wanted to verify it worked before he bought it. And I was like, look, I'll take a video of it, but like, you're not coming in my house or meeting at my house or anything over a $40 PlayStation, like,
Right.
So that's how I'll do it. If they want to make sure it works before they meet up, that's fine. I totally understand that, but I'm gonna take a video and send it to you. I'm not gonna like have you meet up and like I don't know who the hell this person is. They have like no reputation. Like if it's like someone like UTV or like someone on YouTube or whatever, it's like okay, I doubt some person's gonna ruin their reputation over like something like that. But like some
Right.
rando person on Facebook, hell no.
Yeah, not a chance.
Yeah, no, not even close.
Yeah, this guy that I buy my junk silver off of, he sells a lot of different stuff, and he sells a lot of really nice Morgans and peace dollars. And I'm just really not into them because of premium. Like he'll sell me, 3 Morgans, AU Morgans for like $50, and overall that's a pretty good deal. But I would just rather spend it on, $250 below spot for the other stuff. So, but he's got like an SUV, and he opens up the back of it, and he'll have all these Morgans and all these peace dollars all laid out on a board, like I'm in a jewelry store or something. And I pulled up the other day. He's sitting in his car. He's got his back open with all the stuff just sitting there. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, it's no big deal. That's just not a smart thing to do. Somebody comes walking by. I mean, it was in a parking lot at a store. Somebody comes walking by, sees that thing open. Maybe they weren't intending to do anything until they saw it, right? So
That's just stupid.
I know. I'm like, and he tells me, I'm against guns and I don't carry a gun. People I deal with say I should be carrying a gun because I could get robbed. And I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, you're going to be doing stuff like that. You probably should be doing something to protect yourself because at some point somebody's going to challenge you on that one.
Right. And then the last thing you want to do is put yourself in a position where someone tries to rob you and you have to use your gun. And then you have to go through that whole process of like, oh, am I going to get arrested? Am I going to get sued? Am I going to this and that? Like that comes with using a gun on someone if you had to do it. That's why they sell insurance for those kinds of purposes, like of using a gun on someone. Like just because you were like not the aggressor and defending yourself, it doesn't even matter. Like you're not off the hook. Like things can happen after that.
I mean, I grew up with guns my whole life, and it was always grilled into me when I actually went for my licensing. I had a guy who was a U.S. Marshal. He was a state marshal. But this guy did law his entire life, and now he was just retired, and that's what he did for fun. And the first thing he sat there and said, he goes, now, if you ever have to use your gun, he goes, I'm going to give you one piece of advice, and I suggest you follow it. And everybody's looking at him like, all right, whatever. And he sat there and said, flat out, if you ever squeeze the trigger when you're trying to shoot somebody, he goes, you keep going and make sure they're dead. He goes, bottom line, because then it becomes a case of evidence and not a case of them blaming you.
Yeah.
He goes, if they're dead, they can't sue you.
Well, that's true. That's very true.
He goes, either way, you're going to have your guns taken from you. Your license is going to get stripped until all that crap goes down, and it could take a year.
Yeah.
And if they live, he goes, that could take a decade.
Yeah, I'm a strong Second Amendment supporter, and I definitely have guns, and
Yeah,
but
me
I
too.
never have to use it on some sketchy deal off Craigslist or something.
Right.
For over $50.
Just don't put yourself in that spot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I never want to take a life, but if it's somebody else is trying to take mine,
Right, unless they even if they pulled a gun out on me and was like, "Give me this," I'm not gonna like try and play hero, defend
Yeah.
myself. Here, just take the freaking $100 or $50 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. It's a really tough decision to make whether to not to pull yours out and try and especially if you're like shooting them in the back, then you're already screwed. But I don't know. It's different. Like I always had this fear, like because I like Honda sports cars. Like I have an S2000, and I had it parked outside, and I was always worried, like, what if I heard someone breaking into my car in the middle of the night? Like, should I go out there and like pull a gun on them? Like, if they pull a gun on me and I have to shoot them, like, what do I like? What are the repercussions of that? Like, so it's like,
it still comes down to a self-defense at that point.
Yeah, and then, but there's also this case I remember of like, you've heard of it before. Guy pulls a gun out and he runs. You pull a gun out, shoot him in the back. Now you're not defending yourself anymore.
Exactly. Well, now you're the criminal. You shouldn't be shooting then. If
Right.
he's running, the case it's over. You're no longer being threatened.
Right.
But if he's reaching over his shoulder and firing rounds at the same time, fire away.
Right. Yeah, that's totally different. Right. You just have to use your best judgment, but the safest bet, in my opinion, would just be like try not to use it as much. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if somebody's breaking into your car, I mean, just don't get into that conflict. I mean, your car is replaceable. You don't know you're going to survive if you get into that confrontation.
Exactly.
Now, if someone's breaking into your house, that's a totally different story.
That's totally different. That's right.
Yeah, then it's like, all right, well, I don't have any fear of using my weapon.
I pity the man who tries to walk into my house, and I leave my doors wide open unlocked.
Yeah, we have that lovely stand our ground law here in Florida. So it's like the domain law or whatever. It's like you can defend yourself in your house, no questions asked. If they're not supposed to be there, then
Yeah, I've got like probably $100,000 worth of guns in my house,
Holy shit.
and some of them are like you can't replace them type thing, like really old antique ones.
Nice.
And between all the guns and the dogs in my house, it'd be a very bad place to go to.
It sounds like it. You're a bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, for example, because I've inherited, generations worth of weapons. For example, I have 2 pistols that were made by Sam Colt himself.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, I know those go for money.
Customized, real ivory handles. He did the whole thing himself. There is no serial numbers. It doesn't exist from back then. Like, these are beautiful 6-shooters. And I don't think they've been fired in 40 years.
Wow.
But there's no way in hell I'm going to fire. I mean, it's still got the chrome left on it and everything, and I'm not taking that plating off of that gun. No fucking way. I mean, it's got, the box that they come in. It was all, bought and made or made by him. Like, it's got a whole, letter and a whole 9 yards from this. Like, they're just literally one of a kind set. I've got passed down military grade weapons, like an old what the hell is it called? I've got an M1 Garands that were used in combat.
Wow.
I've got an old 60 cal. 60 cal. What is it? Yeah, 60 cal water cooled machine gun era from World War One. Fully functional military serial numbers, the whole 9. Like, this thing's ready to go. I can't take it out of the house. I can't use it. It's not legal to have. But because it was passed down and grandfathered and it's been in the same house, it's not, touchable by the government. But the minute I take it out my front door, it becomes a problem. But, I mean, this thing's a beautiful piece. I remember growing up, my grandfather, we had the big field in the back, huge field, right? And he used to, quote unquote, mow the lawn with it.
Yeah, dude, M60 or a 60 caliber machine. You're talking like a Vietnam or a World War II gun. Here.
World War One. This was the old school, like one of the first machine guns that were ever used.
Wow, that's awesome.
Where it had the water can, and you actually had to sit there and hand pump it and cool it off and all that shit. It was a 2-man gun. And this thing is the coolest thing in the world. Like, he's got belts and everything that was passed down, and like, I've got a ton of stuff like that.
I think it's got to be heavy as hell.
It's, I think, about 120 pounds with the tripod and everything.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I was, in Afghan and Kuwait and I in Saudi Arabia. I've done all those when I was serving, and I couldn't imagine toting around one of those. And I mean, I toted around the saw. I mean, that's the modern day, 50 cal
Right.
machine gun. And I couldn't imagine toting something like that around and having the gunfire and the heavy fire that they saw. Just unbelievable. The thought of doing that was scary.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your service, man. My dad was in Vietnam.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, my pleasure, man. I it's kind of a family tradition. I think I'm like 11th generation or something, some stupid number. Like, all the way back to the Civil War. We can trace it all the way past. It's crazy.
That's awesome. Hey, yeah. Again, thanks for your service, man. That's awesome. I mean,
Did my job. That's how I look at it.
But hey, my phone's about to die. I'm gonna probably hop off, and then I'll still hang out and chat. But I'm gonna head out. So thanks for having me, TB, and
it's been
good
great.
talking to you, Bellas. It was nice meeting you, man.
Oh, likewise, my friend. I'm sure we'll see each other many, many more times.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I'm always
I'll see
around.
you guys Sunday.
All right, yeah, I'll have. You guys have a good night. All right.
All right, you too.
Likewise,
Thanks again. Take it easy. Appreciate
You too.
it.
Have a good
Yeah,
one.
thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye. All right, yeah, it's getting pretty late here on our side too, so it's probably a good cutoff point for us. Been having a great time, but Bill, did you make it home yet?
I am just turning onto my street now. I was going to say, I'm going to have to wrap it up so I can go inside and get ready to start the stream on my channel.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, and I
Oh,
appreciate
no problem.
you joining us. Everyone out there is still in the chat. Barbara and Silver Ripples and World Stalker. It's been great getting to know you a little bit. Sounds like you have a very interesting life and job. It's really cool. Maybe we can chat sometime later. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. Like I said, I was a little under the weather and just wanted to just kind of hang out and see how everybody was doing tonight. So we really appreciate everybody coming on and having some fun. And we had some great conversation. Got to talk about a lot of different things. We got to see the things well, anyway, Phil showed us some pretty cool stuff. Or not.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff.
All right.
But yeah, I'm going to jump off. If you guys want to jump on my stream, I'll be on in a minute.
All right, sounds good, Phil. Take care.
All right, guys, have a good one. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and sign off for tonight, guys. Really appreciate your time, and thanks for hanging out again. Have a great night, everybody. Take care. And come join us Monday night. We have a live stream Monday night. Come join us. Most of you guys are usually there. But World Stalker, Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Me and my missus hang out for an hour, and everybody comes on. We have a good time, so come join us if you can. All right, everybody, take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye.